I want to help change this city. I want kids growing up here to believe they can become anything. I want families to have opportunities. I want justice. I want people to stop feeling trapped.
Every decision has a consequence. Every step forward is often met with resistance. And when someone tries to leave darkness behind, darkness rarely lets go without a fight. Marcus Knight was learning that lesson every day. The more he changed, the more his old life tried to pull him back. But something was different now. For the first time in years, Marcus wasn't fighting for survival. He was fighting for a future. And that made all the difference. Several weeks passed. Marcus became a regular volunteer at the community center. The children trusted him. The teenagers listened to him. Parents began thanking him. Even people who once feared him were beginning to see a different man. One afternoon, Marcus sat on a bench watching a basketball game. A teenage boy named Jamar sat beside him. "Can I ask you something?" Marcus nodded.
Sure.
Jamar hesitated. "Were you really in a gang?" Marcus sighed. The question followed him everywhere.
Yeah.
Jamar looked down. "My brother wants me to join one." Marcus immediately turned toward him.
No.
Jamar looked surprised. "Just no?" Marcus chuckled softly.
That's my professional opinion.
The boy laughed. Marcus continued.
Listen carefully.
His voice became serious.
They'll tell you it's family.
Jamar nodded.
They'll tell you they'll protect you.
The boy nodded again. Marcus lowered his voice.
But real family doesn't destroy you or want to hold your future hostage.
Marcus looked directly into his eyes.
Real family helps you to become the best version of yourself.
Jamar absorbed every word. For a moment, Marcus saw himself at 15, lost, angry, looking for somewhere to belong. The memory hurt, but it also strengthened his resolve. He would do everything possible to stop another child from making his mistakes. Later that evening, Brianna and Marcus organized supplies inside the community center. Cardboard boxes surrounded them. Books, food, school materials. Hope packaged in ordinary forms. Brianna sat on a table and stretched tired muscles. Marcus laughed.
Long day?
She smiled. Final exams.
Ouch.
Exactly. Marcus handed her a bottle of water.
You'll pass.
Brianna smiled. How do you know? Marcus shrugged.
Because you're Brianna.
That's not evidence.
It is in my book.
Brianna shook her head, smiling. Then her expression softened. You know what I really want? Marcus nodded.
Law school?
Eventually. She paused. But bigger than that. Marcus waited. I want to help change this city. She looked around the room. I want kids growing up here to believe they can become anything. Her voice filled with passion. I want families to have opportunities. I want justice. I want people to stop feeling trapped. Marcus listened carefully. Because whenever Brianna spoke about helping others, her eyes lit up. And Marcus admired that. More than he admitted. More than he wanted to admit. After Brianna left, Marcus remained alone. The room was quiet. For several moments, he sat thinking. Then he laughed softly. A volunteer nearby looked up. What? Marcus shook his head.
Nothing.
But it wasn't nothing. The truth was becoming impossible to ignore. He cared about Brianna, not just as a friend, not just as someone who helped him. He admired her, respected her, liked her, maybe even more than that. But every time the thought appeared, his past stood in the way. He remembered the crimes, the violence, the mistakes, the people he had hurt. How could someone like Brianna ever want someone like him? Marcus sighed heavily. Old guilt whispered familiar lies. You're damaged. You're unworthy. You'll never be enough. And part of him still believed it. Across town, inside the abandoned warehouse, Victor Kane sat surrounded by gang members. Maps covered a large table. The atmosphere was tense. One man pointed at a neighborhood. Our rivals have been moving into this area. Victor nodded.
Then it's time to send a message.
Another gang member hesitated. There's a problem. Victor frowned.
What?
The community center. The room fell silent. Victor's expression darkened.
What about it?
The rival group uses the streets nearby. One man shifted uncomfortably. There will be innocent community members. Victor's eyes narrowed.
There are always innocent people.
The room grew quiet. A younger member swallowed nervously. There will be children there. Victor slammed his fist on the table. Everyone jumped.
I didn't ask for excuses.
The message was clear. The attack would proceed. No matter who got hurt. No matter who died. A few days later, Marcus visited a small grocery store. While standing in line, he noticed a familiar face. Tyrell, a former gang associate. The young man looked nervous, very nervous. After several moments, Tyrell approached.
We need to talk.
Marcus immediately became alert.
What happened?
Tyrell glanced around.
They're planning something.
Marcus frowned.
Who? You know who?
Marcus's stomach tightened. Tyrell lowered his voice.
It's bad. How bad?
Tyrell hesitated.
A lot of people are going to die.
Marcus felt cold.
When?
Marcus's heart sank. Saturday. The same day the community center was hosting a children's event. His mind immediately connected the dots. And he didn't like the picture. Not one bit. That night, Marcus sat alone in the church sanctuary. The room was empty. Quiet. Sacred. He stared at the cross. Thinking. Praying. Wrestling. Pastor James entered quietly. You look troubled. Marcus nodded.
I got information.
The pastor sat beside him. Marcus explained everything. The planned retaliation. The location. The danger. The children. When he finished, silence filled the room. Finally, the pastor asked, "What are you going to do?" Marcus looked exhausted.
I don't know.
The pastor nodded. Yes, you do. Marcus looked away. Because he did know. And that was the problem. The right choice was dangerous. Very dangerous. If he intervened, Victor would come after him. If he stayed silent, innocent people could die. The answer seemed obvious, yet fear kept fighting against it. The following morning, Marcus met Brianna outside the community center. She immediately noticed something was wrong. What's going on? Marcus hesitated, then explained everything. By the time he finished, Brianna looked concerned. very concerned. We could cancel the event on Saturday.
No, I know Victor. He is paranoid. That would raise suspicion. He would just change the date, and people would still get hurt.
You can't do this alone. Marcus nodded.
I know.
She placed a hand on his shoulder. The gesture was simple, yet powerful. Marcus. He looked at her. Whatever happens. She paused. I'm proud of the man you're becoming. For several moments, he couldn't speak. Her words hit deeper than she realized. Because all his life, people had told him what he would become. A criminal, a failure, a threat. But Brianna always focused on who he could become. And that changed everything.
Saturday arrived. Bright sunshine filled Redemption Heights. Children gathered at the community center. Games, food, music, laughter. Families filled the area. Everything appeared normal. But Marcus knew better. His eyes constantly scanned the streets, searching, waiting, praying he was wrong. Then he saw them. Vehicles approaching. Too many vehicles. Too quickly. His stomach dropped. The attack was beginning. Sometimes a person's entire life leads to a single moment. A moment when everything is tested. A moment when character is revealed. A moment when the past and future collide. This was Marcus's moment. Marcus immediately ran toward the street. Several armed gang members exited vehicles. Chaos erupted. People screamed. Children cried. Parents grabbed their families. Panic spread everywhere. Marcus spotted Victor. Their eyes met. Recognition flashed instantly. Victor smiled coldly. Should have stayed out of it. Marcus stood his ground.
No.
You think you're a hero now? Marcus didn't answer. Because this wasn't about proving anything. This was about protecting people. A terrified group of children remained trapped near a playground, directly in danger. Without hesitation, Marcus sprinted toward them.
Everybody move!
The children froze. Fear overwhelmed them. Marcus reached them.
It's okay!
His voice remained calm.
Stay with me!
One little girl was crying uncontrollably. Marcus picked her up.
It's all right.
More children gathered around him. He guided them towards safety. Gunshots echoed nearby. People scattered. But Marcus refused to stop. One child, then another, until every child was safely away from danger. Finally, Marcus turned back and found himself face to face with Victor.
Hi there. Thank you for staying with the story. Click on the link to watch the next part and remember to subscribe.